Hey dudes, what's going on? It's your pal Keith, and I am here live again in the control room at Essex Recording Studios just outside London in England with another USA Fender Strat. Yes! If you're new to the channel, hit like, click subscribe, come join our little family here on the internet, and you're going to see some cool guitars that I get from all around the world. Some extremely rare and owned by celebrities, and some a bit more conventional and mainstream that you can find in your local guitar shop. Although these days we're in lockdown and it's hard to get anything from a guitar shop. And the way the market's been with guitars, it's crazy. So, what do we have here? This is a 1999 American Fender Strat. Now, it's an American standard, but it's got some features that are commonly found on the deluxe model, such as these locking tuners. These have been upgraded and look fantastic. We know it's a 1999 because it's got the N decade code for the 90s and the 9 for the year. So 99. Awesome. Corona, California. Neck plate. And this thing is just black, black, black. Black, black plastics, little white trim, which is nice. Gives it a little tuxedo, elegant contrast there. Same thing along the pick guard and with the font on all of the knobs. Great. Chrome as standard for the bridge and input jack. And this kind of reminds me, I don't know why, but kind of late 70s. You see this kind of color scheme quite frequently. And the black pickup covers, and then you've got the black dot inlays. I like it a lot. I think this color screams rock, could be metal, could be blues. Definitely has a classic rock vibe in my mind. But just a good looking standard American Strat. I think that's why they call it the American Standard. This is the standard guitar of rock. Now, some years you have single string trees, other years you've got dual string trees. And on the American models, you have the kind of like the roller style there. Here's your little logo, made in the USA. And going down the neck here, so maple neck. The dot inlays, very common. You get a little bit of lacquer peeling around that. And there are a little bit of lacquer dents and divots kind of over the fretboard, a little bit of cracking and chipping at the edges. And again, it's a 21-year-old guitar. It's totally normal to have this kind of wear. The frets themselves, which is what matters, you can see there's no indentations or real wear of any kind to write home about. But, yeah, guys, American Standard Strat. Our producer James got this in. I think he found it as a local buy. I have to get the backstory on it from him. And anytime we see good USA Strats, we try and pick them up because they just get used all of the time here in the studio. We can never have too many American Strats. So, I think you've got a good idea of what this guitar looks like in person. We like to do these showcases for a number of reasons. To show the details in case you're in a country or you're in a place where, I travel a lot, and there's countries you'd be surprised that, there's like no guitar stores. I remember I was in Athens, and there are a couple very tiny guitar stores lurking around. They're not close to each other, and their selection is quite random. And you could be in a major capital city like that, and there's just no shops with like a USA American Standard Strat. It just doesn't exist. So it can be very inconvenient for someone who's new or looking for something specific, depending on where they are in the world, to know exactly what a certain model from a certain year looks like, up close. And what are the features like? And, the video shows a lot of stuff that the pictures don't show. And we do sell these guitars to help fund the studio. So that also helps buyers, when it comes to my shop, they know exactly what they're getting because we spend so much time going over every inch, every nook and cranny. So there's no surprises when it turns up at their doorstep. And that's something I learned from way back in the car business. I've got a car channel with 10 million views. And, you know, people spend so much money. A car is like the second biggest purchase a lot of people make in their life. And so much of it's going on the internet. And there's so much blind faith and trust. And let's hope for the best. Let's hope it's all right when we get there. And people have to take a day off work to, you know, go drive and look at cars, or it might be quite far away, and, you know, it's so expensive to go car shopping these days. And what I did is I said, you know what, we're going to walk around the whole car, we're going to start it up, we're going to go for a test drive. And I was the first guy to do it on YouTube way back in 05 or 06, and I'd upload those videos to YouTube. We did detailed photos on like Photo Bucket, and it's just something I came up with, and people loved it, and people had a lot of faith and confidence to buy cars from me from all over America, and they just sent a truck to come pick it up, and they weren't even worried about it because they saw the video, they saw the dash, you know, started right up, no crazy smoke out of the exhaust, no warning lights on the dash, and I kind of applied everything I learned from having that channel and did it to here with the guitars. If you want to see that channel, it's called Turbocharged V6. You can go to youtube.com, turbocharged, the letter V, the number 6, youtube.com/that. Yeah. And you can see all the cool cars I've owned over the years and all those up-close, detailed videos. Yes. All right, dudes. Well, I'm going to get going. It's super late. I'm very tired. We've been doing a lot of recording today with Rob Jarvis. Rob Jarvis of the Mercury Sons. This is his rig. This is his Mexican telly right here that he aged himself with a heat gun and a freezer. Kind of cool. That's his pedal rig. So yeah, it's been a long day. It's close to midnight. Time for the boy to go home and get some sleep. I've got a long day tomorrow. I'm taking a security course in a hotel. Man, I haven't been in the classroom in a long time, but I'm getting a license, security license, for this huge rock venue we're looking at opening. So it has to be done, guys. I'm going to be employing security guards. I want to have the same license as them. I want to know what they need to know. So it all helps. Very different thing here in the UK versus America. America, you just hire the first guy that gets out of prison, the biggest guy. He's your bouncer. But over here, you must have a license, and a criminal record could preclude you from being any sort of bouncer. All right, I'm out of here. Thanks for hanging out. This is, like I said, our producer James. This is his guitar that he took here in the studio. We'll definitely use it on some stuff, and if you want to buy it, just go on the website, essexrecordingstudios.com, or on our Reverb page. Go to reverb.com, our good friends. You'll see it there. Cool. I'm going to close this and say goodbye, guys. So, yeah. Goodbye, guys.